Hey guys, a quick update. I'll probably take this onto the video before this. I think it's been about a week or two. I got the saucer sealed up. I had to go back and fix this. It popped loose. Once it dries real good, I'll go ahead and start puttying. I just recoated this again. This makes the third time I did it. The first two times I put it on, went to go scrape it off, and it kept coming off like you would with latex. It would just pool. So this time I put it on, and then I put a dull coat over top of it. Once I'm going to let the dull coat dry real good, then I'll scrape to see if that works any better. Just so I've got the done. And I got these from my mom went to a trip to Gatlinburg and ended up buying these three here and a Middle Earth LED base. It's only one base, but I can get more. I don't know about putting these together. Never done anything like it before. I'm gonna have to take a look and see how hard they are. All these little tiny metal pieces and conforming it. Looks like it might be kind of hard, but we'll see. That's it for right now. Like I said, I'm gonna wait for this to cure up real good. Then I'm gonna putty and sand it and shoot some more primer on it. Then start with the base coat. Maybe. I gotta get my base ordered, so I'm gonna go online tonight and look what kind of base I want to get. And that's it for now. We'll be back later. Good afternoon, guys. It's been quite a while, I think, since my last update. As usual, the life stuff gets in the way. Ended up having to redo a drainage line at the house, which meant digging about 50 foot, 3 foot down line in my backyard. That was a lot of fun. Learning experience driving an excavator. But we got it done, finally. Everything's back up and going again. I'm off work today, so this is Voyager day because I'm trying to get as much done on Voyager today as I possibly can. I got a primer coat down just on the saucer. Got it sealed up. Got the seam work pretty much done. There's a little bit of a seam here. Excuse me. That I have to get. Got the bottom here. I got the engineering hull done. I even got my block of wood in there and epoxied in there for the stand. I've also got my base made. I'm gonna stain it. Got that for the center. I just need to go to Home Depot and I'm gonna get me a piece of plexiglass and frost it. And then I'm gonna put this on the top. I'm gonna paint this, putty that up, paint this, set it down on there, try to have the light come up around it. Let's see, what else have I gotten done? Just been going out a few minutes a day when I can. Got this painted again. Gonna end up stripping this all off, and I'm gonna have to end up painting it by painting these little fins by hand. I've painted it 3 times with 3 different material, and I've tried to go in between the fins to scrape it out, and when I do, it just takes it all off. So I'm just going to end up having to paint it by hand, which I really don't want to do. It's going to be a little time consuming, but if I want it done right, I guess I'm going to have to do it that way. Right now that's about it. I'm letting the epoxy dry on the engineering hall. Hopefully by the end of the day I will have it put together and coat a primer or the base coat down. Now for the base coat, I'm using acrylics. What I think I'm going to use as a base coat is it's granite gray. It has a touch of blue in it, which I think will look great. And then for the accent panels and stuff, I'm going to use a dolphin gray. It's a more gray. I think that would look good. Also fix this. Once I probably put a little bit of putty on this little part here, and then you won't be able to see it. That's pretty much where I'm at. I got another blinker light set into here. I've been testing all my lights as I go along, and they're all still working. So as the day goes on, I'll make more updates and just add it to the video, then I'll be posting it up online later this evening. Until later on this afternoon, guys, we'll see you. Hey guys, it's been a long day. She's still in pieces. This deflector dish has been the bane of my existence all afternoon. I tried for a fourth time to paint the whole thing and just scrape the paint away. No, it just peels it back up. And I tried putting it, using my acrylic with a satin varnish, and then I dull coat over it, all that. And I tried to take the blue painter's tape and use it, and it was still a no-go. So then I remembered that I still had this sheet of tape from Orbital Dry Dock's painting mask from when I did my refit. And there are thin strips of tape on there that fit just exactly where I want it to go inside the deflector. So now I'm going to paint it, and then I'll be able to peel the tape back, and hopefully it should work, give me the effect that I want. If it don't, I may end up taking this thing out somewhere and just trashing it. It's getting that bad. I was hoping by now that I would have at least have it together, but I think what I'll do is I think I'll paint this tonight, let it set up, and then peel the paint off tomorrow and try to get the deflector dish in the secondary hall and then be done. So I'll give you an update later. I'm going to try to get this painted, try to get this video uploaded tonight. I have no idea if I'm going to or not. So wish me luck, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, it's been a few days since I'll tag this video on to the rest of them. And the deflector is done. It is in there. And how I went about doing it, didn't think I was going to have to use primer on it. Didn't even dawn on me. Excuse me, but what I had to do, I had to mask. I used the tape in between the slats. Then I primered it. Then I put my acrylic on there. And then it stayed. Didn't chunk off, peel off real bad or anything. I like it. I think it turned out great. So it's installed. Now I just got to put the metal rod, get the metal rod epoxied in the bottom here. And tidy up the wiring and get her put together. Once I do that, smooth sailing. The color I use for the deflector dish is the Americana Jack-o'-lantern orange. And then I use, for the little highlights on the deflector dish, it's ripe apricot from Craft Acrylic. So that's it for now until I get the rods in, get the wiring tidied up, and then get it down in there. I want to try to get this part done before I go to work today, so that way tomorrow I can start laying down my base coat, and we'll go from there. So it's moving along pretty quick now that the deflector's in there. So primer is your friend. I don't know why I thought that I didn't have to put the primer down on that one. Guess I just had a big brain fart. But it worked. It's beautiful. I love it. So until next time, I'll see you. Alright. She's gloss coated. I'm going to let it dry overnight real good. And then I'm going to start putting decals on it tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow when I get it all decaled what kind of what paints I used and so forth. I thought I'd give a little quick update to what I've gotten done so far. I think it's turned out pretty well, and it actually looks like it's darkened up quite a bit, actually. It must be the gloss coat that I used on top of the acrylic paint, because it was a before I gloss coated it, it was a lighter shade, but it still looks good. Got a little light leak here and there I gotta fix, and gotta work on the display base tomorrow, so hopefully by tomorrow night I'll have it wrapped up. And then I can upload all the videos that I've got so far, so I'll probably end up breaking these videos up in a couple segments. So until tomorrow, guys, we'll see you. Good afternoon, guys. This will be the last update for the Voyager. She is done. And she turned out quite nice. Let me see about plugging it in. Take you off the tripod here. There we go. It's kind of bright. But of course, you know, the camera overexposes everything. She had some challenges with this one, but overall it turned out pretty good. I actually do like it. Certainly a lot of decals when you get the JT graphic decals. There are a lot of decals to put on it, especially on the spine. Let's see if you can see any of them. And excuse me, three main colors I use. The base coat is a granite gray. The main colors for the deflector dish and the thrusters is a jack-o'-lantern orange. And the highlights for the thrusters and the deflector dish is a apricot, ripe apricot. Those are the three main colors that I used. The sensors, I used a metallic, a gunmetal gray metallic, and just highlighted it with acrylic whites, reds, blues, and yellows. The control board for the flashers is from Tenna Controls for the Enterprise E model, and I think that worked out pretty well. All I gotta do now is get the power supply and switch and female adapter, then I can put it on the display base. Here's the display base so far. I think it turned out pretty good for my first time making a base anyways. And that's pretty much it for the Voyager build. I doubt that I'm going to be able to start any this week. I'm pretty busy with work. And I still haven't decided what I was going to do yet. It's not a shortage of models that I have. There's 2 stacks there. There's models in there. And there is models up here. So there is no shortage of models. So I'm going to piece all these videos together, get them all uploaded, and call it a day. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, here she is. She's done. She's on her display base. And I've got her sitting in my bedroom on my one nightstand. But the only room I have to put it right now. She is done. She's turned out quite nice. Excuse the shady camera work I've got. I'm holding it. Just want to include this on the rest of the videos that I've got going. Getting ready to upload now. And if you look underneath, and I'll turn her on for you. There she is, all lit up. I see a light leak there. I'll get that later. Here's the top. And I like it at night when it's dark in my room and I got it on. The name, you can clearly see the name coming out from the spotlight that I did from the in the front. I've also got, let's see if I can't zoom in and if you won't pick it up. It's barely picking it up, but there are screen captures in there, or window inserts. Like I said in another video where I got those from. The base I did myself. I made the base all by myself this time. I think it turned out pretty well. And that's it. This is what she looks like. My next project is either going to be the Enterprise C or the Reliant. And I think I'm going to do a battle damaged Enterprise C if I could find and do these flickering LEDs inside the hull to show up behind the battle damage decals. I think I'm going to try that. I want to see how that would look. Those are the two projects I've picked. And until next time, guys, keep building and have fun.